Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Business Buzz. Earlier you had Money Sense. We took a break for the news and now we're into the only segment today on the Business Buzz. This is Anita Khan and it's a pleasure to have our guests in the studio this morning. I want to welcome those of you traveling on the roads into work. If you're at home, you're in your office, or if you're viewing us on YouTube, good morning. And it's a wonderful Thursday morning. Yes, you're on camera.
Oh, yeah.
And today we will take a look at the restaurant industry. And in particular this morning, Tom Foodery. Joining us in the studio are Jonathan Nunez. Jonathan is owner-operator. And he's joined by his co-owner, chef, Mr. Thomas Tennant. Did I get that right, guys?
Yes, you did.
That was perfect.
Morning.
Good morning, K-Man.
I want to say good morning to Susan. Good morning, Susan. Susan is here from the crack of dawn or before the crack of dawn, and she does it all this morning. She's also a producer. Thank you, Susan.
She's wonderful.
She is. She's
The roosters wait for her.
Yes, she's got you a great script too, right? So, guys, tomfoolery. I had to make sure I got this right. It's tomfoodery.
Yes.
I keep saying to myself, tomfoolery. No, it's tomfoodery. I'm sure there's tomfoolery going on in the kitchen sometimes over a tomfoodery.
Definitely.
All the
It's-
time. I mean, that's a staple.
That's a staple. Okay, that's great. It will keep you on your toes as well. Can you give us a brief overview of tomfoodery and how you both got involved in the restaurant industry? I'm not sure who wants to go first.
I'll take that.
Jonathan takes
as
it.
far as the overview of tomfoodery, it's really a combination of a lot of different things that we saw a need for in Cayman, and it's a combination of what Chef Thomas's passion and his attention to quality and his chef techniques. It's a recognition that there needs to be, or we feel that there is a need for a quality of food that is affordable. And along with the food, along with the drink, we just kind of want to have some fun about it. Ergo the name and the difficulty between tomfoodery and tomfoolery. We found many times trying to type the thing up that spell check always wants to say two separate words or tomfoolery. But essentially what we're doing is providing a fast casual counter service restaurant. Not the same as the normal counter service, but a modern take on it. But we're combining that fast casual with, as mentioned before, chef technique, attention to quality on the ingredients, and an attention to price and economy and speed. People have somewhere to be. They have they don't.
That's right.
They may not have the hour and a half for lunch. So, and then Thomas, as far as the question of how we got involved in the restaurant industry, I think Thomas and I are on polar opposite ends with regards to how people get into this business.
I want to hear all about it. Good morning, Thomas.
Morning. I mean, I'm not the best morning person, but it's fantastic.
That's
to be
okay.
here.
I'm pretty sure you work late at nights.
Oh, yes. I work till 9. It's the latest so far.
Oh, wow. There
Yeah.
you go.
I started in the food industry back when I was a teenager, and I knew I wanted to do it. But up till now, I always wanted to own a restaurant, and now I do, which is fantastic. Owning a business is very stressful, very rewarding. Sounds like kids as well. But tomfoodery really developed out of my playfulness of wanting to play with food and the flavors, but keep it simple and approachable. And so thus just bringing the word and playing with the word all together, tomfoolery. Yeah.
I just love it. I love the name.
Well, thank you.
How did you come? Like you said, you played with the word and you love to play with food.
Yeah.
I love to play with food too, especially if somebody else is cooking it. Because
Yeah.
I don't like to cook. But
I can do that for you.
okay, yay. So
The word kind of organically grew out of a conversation I had with one of my longtime friends from high school, and we were just talking, catching up as old high school friends do. And then I was just like, man, I want to make this hot sauce. I want to make this. I want to make that. I want to have a restaurant, and I don't know what to call it. And then we just started just playing with words, and she's like, how about tomfoodery? because you want to play with things and play with and food. So Tom Foodery.
And
That's
there
our
you
game.
go.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was it.
The
And then
rest is history.
it stuck with it, and I didn't put it into action until about 5 years later. So yeah.
So when did you two collaborate or appoint?
Let's see, a collaboration. As things do, it started over a beer, I think. I was tending bar at a place over in Midtown, and Thomas would do some catering gigs, and from time to time there would be an activation in the space, and he would provide the food. But at the same time, the little watering hole was near his house. So my wife and I, my wife and Thomas are friends, and so my wife was like, "You need to talk to Thomas. Y'all need to have some chats because he's really great in the culinary, and I think you're really good on the front of the house." So that was my wife's opinion. So yeah, we started chatting, and I think since about July of last year. So about a year and a half, we started throwing around restaurant ideas, taking a look at different properties. And as this industry goes, some properties are great, but the business model doesn't work, or vice versa. And it just kind of, I think, came to fruition 1 week before COVID.
Wow, 1 week before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So let me jump right into COVID then, with the COVID-19 pandemic. 1 week before. I can't even think how that works. But
yeah, well, like everybody else, we thought it was only going to be like a 30-day, 60, 90-day thing, and we were just like, oh, we'll be fine. Everything will be back on track. And here we are having to figure it out like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's, you don't know when, right? But I guess you learned to just move with the flow. And you had a drastic, you had to move from this plan to something else you weren't expecting to do.
Correct. We got into the game, us, our investors, and it was just, hey, we're gonna open this restaurant. We're gonna make some hot sauces on the side. We're gonna try to do some catering, and as everyone in the business community had to do, you had to pivot and shift and evolve. Whether it be new government restrictions or relaxations, and how the public treated it, because the restaurants are not a new product, and so there's some history on how to operate them. But with regards to restrictions and COVID and changing how people interact, you had to be. I think it takes a lot of creativity. It takes a lot of stress and a lot of taking the blind foot forward in a way, trying to be as expedient as possible in order to stay alive as a business. We saw that we couldn't open a restaurant. Our initial projections were June and July, but construction couldn't work, and we at the beginning we felt a need. One, outside of just having fun with food, we want our business to be a benefit to the community, and so we have a lease in Camana Bay, and the Camana Bay Realty and the Dart Real Estate were extremely kind, and so we got a benefit with the lease, and they helped out as far as payment. So we thought we need to help out too. And since we didn't have a front of the house, we couldn't serve regularly like a normal restaurant. We decided to devote our attention or shift our attention to the people that probably needed food the most. And I know one aspect was Feed Our Future. So we took our efforts and took all the profits from the restaurant for about 2 or 3 months and spent them all on Feed Our Future and to kids who depended on school lunches. And in some cases, it's the only food they get in the day. And so we, because Thomas and I both needed those programs when we were growing up, we thought, hey, these kids need food. And so we chipped in.
So COVID happened. The students are working it from home. Did you deliver the meals to the homes? How did that work?
We were able to supply about 150 to, in some cases, 200, 300 meals a day. So the way Feed Our Future operated for us is we cooked the food, and then we brought it to a central location to the school.
Did deliveries, okay.
And then the volunteers.
Yeah, it'd be a little difficult for us to know where the kids live.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So okay.
Yeah, no,
so Feed the Future took care of all that.
Yeah, and then it was John A. Cumber that we were servicing, and they school bus loaded it up, and then they would just drive around.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that's really shifting your focus from clients to a different clientele.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
It was. I mean, in our mindset, the design of the restaurant, charity is going to be there. It has to be there. A business should, as I said before, be a benefit to the community. You know, it's not just to make money; it's to be a benefit to our staff, and to help those around us. Since we were afforded this opportunity as far as a break on rent, then we needed to pass it on.
Pay it forward.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Now that you have this experience, what do you think is needed for the restaurant industry to continue to flourish post-COVID?
Creativity.
Creativity,
flexibility. Flexibility, and then I always say it's like an investment portfolio. If you diversify your investment, you will gain on some, lose on others, and this is kind of the model that we're looking.
But you'll make it eventually.
Yes.
You'll even break even at some point, right?
Yeah. I feel for every person in the restaurant industry right now, just because, like I said, the norms, even to social structures, where, you know, I come from a community that's just like Cayman, where it's a very hugging. It's a very.
Where you're from?
I'm sorry. I'm from the New Orleans area.
Okay.
I'm first born in the States. My family comes from Cuba. But as far as the New Orleans area, we're a very passionate and genuine community, and you know, there's a lot of hugging. So having to fight that.
We hug a lot here too.
Yeah, it is. It's great. A lot of aspects of Cayman remind me of home, and makes it not so. You know, how do you say? Makes it. I don't have to miss home as much.
Homesick.
Yeah.
Homesick.
Homesick.
Thank you.
Homesick.
Sorry.
Homesick. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz. This is Anita in your company. It's 27.5 on the downside of 8 o'clock, and we're speaking to Jonathan Nunez. Jonathan is the owner-operator of Tom Foodery Kitchen and Bar, and he's joined this morning by Thomas Tennant. Thomas is a chef and co-owner of Tom Foodery. Now, it's a pleasure to have you both in the studio. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk about menus, types of cuisine, menu development, and some of your offerings, your signature offerings at Tom Foodery. Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price, and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
The Le Classique Black Friday sales event is on. That's right, Le Classique in the Strand Shopping Complex announces the jaw-dropping Black Friday sales event. Eye-popping deals on now. Every shoe, every bag, every backpack, every wallet is on sale at crazy Black Friday prices. The entire store is marked down 10 to 75% off. Day 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Don't miss this one, Cayman.
Hey, don't miss the best bargain on island, the car boot sale at the Agriculture Society grounds. It's happening Lottery Road, Savannah this Saturday, the 28th from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. $2 entry for adults and free for kids under 13. Breakfast and lunch will be on sale. Vendors' car space is only $25. Tables and covered space is also available. Deadline to book your vendor space is going to be on Friday at 5 p.m. For more information, you can email 345agriculture@gmail.com.
Your Radio Cayman 6 p.m. news, Monday through Friday, is brought to you by Logic. Your life connected.
Satisfaction is guaranteed 24 hours a day, whether it's music or information.
Grand Cayman to Cayman Brac to Little Cayman. We've got you covered.
You ever hear a thing like that?
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. Thanks to our sponsors this morning of the Business Buzz, Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. Thank you for your proud sponsorship of the Business Buzz. In the studio, we're speaking with Mr. Jonathan Nunes. Jonathan is the owner-operator of Tom Foodery Kitchen and Bar, and he's joined by his good buddy here, chef and owner Thomas Tennant. And we're talking about food, and more food. And it's the location as well. The location is Paseo in Camana Bay. But before the break, we said we'll talk about menu and the types of cuisine you offer. Generally, anybody can answer this. I mean, you both can speak at the same time if you want. Generally, what type of cuisine do you offer through Tom Foodery Kitchen and Bar?
Well, currently we have two products that we offer, one being Tom Foodery Kitchen and Bar, and that's the physical location in Camana Bay. That is a fast casual Caribbean restaurant. So if you're familiar with a Nando's or a Panera Bread, from wherever you come from, it's fast casual. Go to a counter, order the food, it comes to you where you sit down or for pickup and takeaway. The type of cuisine that we're doing for the restaurant is very approachable, recognizable in Caribbean flavors and style, but then it's quick and fast service. So a lot of emphasis on sandwiches, salads, and things that can be picked up and easily eaten outside. So not really a traditional dining experience.
Therefore, you don't do dinners then.
We do.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
And it's the same system?
Yes.
Come in,
correct.
grab, and go.
Yeah, the only thing separated is the fact that there's not a server per se. I mean, we have bartenders, we have food runners, and as Thomas mentioned, the counter service option. And I say option because you can even, once the restaurant's up and open after the renovation, you can actually order food from your phone. You can sit anywhere in the Camana Bay location. We kind of treat that as our because of how people cannot be in confined areas because of COVID. Right. We're treating Camana Bay as our entire front of the house. And so you could sit at the fountains and hit the app, and food will be walked out to you at one of the...
So you have an app?
We have an app. It's under development, but it's going to be keyed in right into the restaurant. So if you're at your desk in Camana Bay and you don't have a lunch break, if you have 10 minutes and you'd rather be enjoying the sun, you can have food brought right to where you're enjoying the sun at.
Do you do delivery?
Within Camana Bay, we do delivery. We are on Let's Eat for the rest of the Cayman area, Grand Cayman area. Yeah, and as far as the types of dishes, we have Cayman-style beef. We have local fish rundown. We have a fantastic, in my opinion, chicken sandwich. And our fish sandwich is more popular than I expected it to be.
What type of fish do you use?
So it's usually the locally caught or locally sourced fish. Right
Snapper,
now
grouper?
Snapper, mahi. I tend to stay away from grouper. I love grouper personally. I just tend to step away with it. But then it's escovitch. So I have a special blend of flour, fried, and then escovitch all over it, including all the vinegar. All the vinegar.
We try to use lionfish as much as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've never had, Susan, have you ever had lionfish? No. Susan says no.
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 You got to try it. You have to do it. It does nothing but help the...
I did not think about today. I was going to bring some ackee and lionfish.
Oh, ackee and lionfish.
Yeah, like ackee and
Wow.
saltfish, but it's like just lionfish
Oh.
fresh.
I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm pescatarian.
Pescatarian, yes.
Pescatarian. So it's hard to find food to eat.
Oh, not with
honest
us.
with
Not with us.
No, we offer a lot of good options, but right now it's existing in a COVID environment where we don't have, a ton of staff. We do have a healthy amount of staff for what we are existing in, but our menu is small, concise, and offers, options of gluten-free, some vegan, some healthier items. But then we go for
gluten-free.
Yeah,
Gluten-free. Okay.
gluten-free. But then we do offer the mentally healthy ones where it's like, well, it makes you happy. So it's like
It's comfort food.
yeah, comfort
Comfort
food.
food.
So yeah, so it's
So
like
what type of comfort food do you have?
so.
I always need comfort food.
Well, I guess since being a pescatarian, my go-to is Cayman style beef or anything thereof. A fried chicken sandwich where I have a specific marinade and a specific flour blend that I do for it. But for sometimes it's just breadfruit salad. I make
Oh, you do a breadfruit salad.
yeah,
Ooh,
love breadfruit salad.
me too.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I've been trying to buy as much breadfruit as I can as the market allows, and then just try to store it in a way that I can have it for a little more than an extended period of time.
And some of the other comfort foods are like, braised greens, fried plantain.
Oh, yeah, that is comfort
We
food.
do some tostones that are absolutely,
Oh, that is comfort food
absolutely
as well.
fantastic.
So yeah, the idea of the restaurant and bar, the physical location is to take, it's kind of just like a circle or a concentric circle where the focus of the cuisine is Cayman, then it moves out Jamaica, Cuba, Bahamas, the Leeward Islands, and then the Windward Islands, and it's really a focus on Caribbean and not just
Anything from New Orleans?
I mean, we can't help but
Puerto Rican recipe
you can't
advice.
help but kind of critique the fried chicken. That's about it. We spent about 2 months just frying up different ways of the chicken.
Yeah, but I do make a really mean gumbo. He doesn't know this, but I know
I have not tried the gumbo. I just want to put that
there's
out
the
there
gumbo
yet.
war.
I have faith in my man
Yeah,
here.
we are talking about doing events with our other partners and doing a crawfish. Crawfish boil.
I'm excited to do a crawfish
I
boil,
love
a
crawfish.
seafood
Yeah.
boil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
recognizing that Cayman does have a maritime connection with New Orleans, so people do want that.
I mean, I know we're on limited time here, but as far as that connection, I was very surprised how much of one. I mean, even the language, the patois that exists on island, was probably the first refreshing thing that I experienced when I moved here. When I was hearing my old friend Mosquito Lou, and he started talking, I realized this is the first person I fully understand, and he was just bringing out the Creole. It was great. Well, we call it Creole,
Creole, right.
because it's a people
mixture,
group
right.
back home,
Just
along with the
skills,
language.
Where are you from, Thomas?
I'm from born and raised Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, it wasn't my choice, but I like that choice.
It's a good choice, I think.
Yeah.
So you have all sorts of healthy foods. Now,
Yeah.
I'm a pescatarian. So like I said before, it's hard for me to find food anywhere, but I think I can find my meals over here.
I mean, it's conch season. I've been making a good for our holiday menu that we've been doing for Tomfoolery Kitchen, which is our catering section. We've been doing a healthy amount of stew conch. So, yeah.
So you're local-ish.
Yeah,
You're
local-ish.
That's it.
Local-ish.
That was
Very
almost
local-ish.
that was almost the name of the restaurant before
Local-ish.
Tomfoolery. Yeah, it was going to be local-ish.
I like both, actually.
Yeah.
Tomfoolery and local-ish. Local-ish caught my eye on your website. Now, so what do you think is your signature dish at Tomfoolery? Tomfoolery.
Oh, that's really hard. I do pride myself on my Cayman style beef.
Oh yeah.
Cayman style beef.
Yes, I was taught really well by my family in Northside. By the way, I'm married to a Caymanian Northside.
Okay.
So my mother-in-law taught me really well on certain dishes.
So you really are local-ish.
I am local.
We both fell in love with Caymanian women, so we're on island. This is our home now.
Oh boy. Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But I do besides that, I do dabble in other cuisines, but before that it was gnocchi, like a good, excellent gnocchi is one of my signature dishes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you do Italian as well.
I do. I dabble in a lot, and that's the aspect of the catering portion that I go, oh, what would you like to eat? Here's my menus. These are samples. This is the breadth of what I can make. But if there's something that you want that you don't see there, please let me know, and happy to tell you if I can make it or I cannot.
I'm originally from Guyana. Been here 39 years, so I still, I still eat my food from home every now and then. I can't cook it, but have you ever tried anything outside of that other part of the world, South America?
I'm the only type. I go, like, in relation to that, I go a lot of, I look at Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic and a lot more. I go with fufu and mofongo and mondong, and I just go with more things that are inclusive of cassava or
plantain,
and I just go that direction. Lots of okra being used in my cooking when it's available locally. Yeah, the one that comes overseas is fine, but I prefer when it's grown here.
Local, me too.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for children on the menu?
At the moment, it's kept very simple: chicken tender, grilled chicken, burgers, or salad. And comes with rice or fries. It's just keep it simple. When we open the restaurant physically, there'll be a bigger offering.
And since we are a locally minded restaurant, a lot of like Cayman style beef, the curry chicken that we do, as far as kid friendly options, if the kids are eating at home, if they're eating home cooked meals, they're gonna be okay with the foods that we offer. That being said, we'll let you know there's a little bit of spice to it. There is some Scotch bonnet aioli, there is this and that, but if the kids are comfortable with the touch of heat, they'll be good with it.
My grandson, he loves spicy.
There you go.
Yeah,
bring him over.
Yes, definitely. This is like the best kept secret in Cayman.
Yeah, we're you could say it's a saucy secret.
It's a saucy secret.
It's a saucy secret.
That's part of our marketing campaign right there.
They're doing a great job.
Saucy secret.
Our saucy secret.
Well, after today, I'm not sure it'll be that. Hopefully.
Yeah, the investors are definitely not wanting it to be a secret.
How important is it for the farm to table concept? And you did mention how you get your breadfruit.
I get more than just breadfruit. Typically, right now, this is the time of year the growing season is just starting. The September through October into November is not a good time for a lot of produce. I stay well connected with a lot of the local farmers. They know me by first name basis, and I just walk the market, and I look at what they know what I'm going to buy. They absolutely know what I'm going to buy. Some of them try to push me in a direction, and I go, well, I'll try that. But I'm going for the mustard greens. I'm going for the callaloo. I'm going for sweet sop, sour sop, neeseberry, custard, just any fruit. And I just start buying and experimenting. And then when I love something, they know because I go, yeah, I'll take it all. I'll take every single one.
Along with that, especially with the holiday season, we're having chats with people who are raising turkeys on island. It goes back to the fact that we need to be a part of the community, and even to the extent of our hot sauce, which have gotten wildly popular, especially with the good work and partnership with Tortuga, who are distributing our hot sauces. Surprisingly enough, we're able to use almost all the peppers that are grown locally, so seasoning peppers, Scotch bonnets, and such for our hot sauces. It was surprising. We knew we needed about 140 some odd pounds of seasoning peppers, and to be able to supply that with local farmers was refreshing.
Yeah. Well, the old technique of buy as much as you can, put in your freezer.
So apart from operating Tom Foodery Kitchen and Bar, you make all these products, hot sauce, and got a surprise for you.
You have a surprise.
Surprise!
Wow! I got this
the
in.
Cocofaya.
It was in a basket, a combination basket, and I looked at it. and I'm like, Cocofaya. What do you do with it? I'm not sure if it's a hot sauce or what.
It's a hot sauce. Well,
I had it on my desk for about 6 months.
That's still good.
So hopefully it's still good.
No, it's still good.
That's
still good.
No, we developed the hot sauce called the Fire Line, and it's a combination of 9 different flavors.
Okay.
Faya, denoting that it's hot.
Hot.
Yeah. So it is a hot sauce. And
But it's a coconut. Is it
It's
coconut?
So I have 7 different types of coconut products in there to make that, including local coconut meat, the coconut jelly, not the hard coconut.
Right.
It won't. The texture won't be the same. So
Oh.
I have people enjoying this on eggs, and if you want to put it in your rundown, but you don't want to alter the flavor, but you don't have access to a Scotch bonnet.
So this is a sample size then?
That is
that smaller size is a sample size.
That is a quote unquote sample, but that's also good for wedding favors. I've been asked to do wedding favors of that size.
Yeah.
I know it was an expo I went to,
Yes.
and it was in the gift bag.
I will say the Cocoa Faya, because we're mentioning it, you can find, we have a series of 5 that are in the different grocery stores, Kirk, Foster's, Blackbeards and such, and the Tortuga stores. Cocoa Faya is the one that's not out there. So if you see Cocoa Faya on the shelf, maybe grab a few.
So I'm lucky to have my cocoa.
Yeah, you actually are. I was surprised that you had
Like
it.
I said, I wasn't sure how to use it. So
put it on anything.
Yeah.
I mean, even just the normal chicken wing, or as Thomas put in,
I don't eat
local
chicken,
dishes.
so it'll go on my eggs.
Yeah, on your eggs.
Definitely on my eggs. No, what is it like? So you're busy with all this stuff going on. You're catering. You're operating Tom Foodery. You're making hot sauces and everything else. How do you? What is it like to operate Tom Foodery?
Before COVID, we would have had the general 3-4 months development, kicking around menus, opening the restaurant, soft opening sort of way, and then developing these other things, the hot sauces, larger catering, and even to an extent consulting. But since we were tied because of the restrictions, because of the last 8 months of craziness, it was either sit on our laurels, to sit on our hands and do nothing, or find a way to generate revenue, find a way to make it work. And we found that in the last 8 months, there was a push for our hot sauces. There was a push for catering because people couldn't leave their home. Right. And so we pulled our pants up and went to work. And a lot of that long nights, 7 days a week, us, just the two of us cooking, or Thomas cooking and me
I'm
driving
cooking.
around town. Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I cook at home. We were able to see some benefit by these other things that we didn't expect to develop initially come to the forefront and allow us to hire, allow us to provide hardworking Caymanians some jobs.
This was really diversifying your portfolio, indeed.
We had to. It was the only way we were able to survive.
I mean, especially with you saying people staying at home, but the staycations during the time that it opened up, that was a good flourishing month for us.
Nice. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Jonathan Nunez and Thomas Tennant of Tom Foodery, and we'll find out what is unique about Tom Foodery.
You know you've dreamed of that Mercedes. The smooth leather. The style. Ooh la la! With the Lions Club of Grand Cayman Benzarama. Now is your chance to make that dream come through. Get your ticket for the Benzarama fundraiser at Lorna's gas station in Bodden Town, West Bay Esso, Funky Tangs, Reflections, and South Coast Bar and Grill. As well at Event Pro. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman Benzarama fundraiser supports site screening, Christmas deliveries, restoration, and social services.
The Benzarama drawing will take place December 5th. All Benzarama tickets bought earlier this year are still valid.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? convenience, drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Digital is not a buzzword. It is a culture. At Digicel, we've made it our mission to enrich your digital lives. That's why we're bringing together more of all the experiences you love. The latest shows, the best of local and international music and radio, live sports, cloud storage, breaking news, HD video chats, and more. Welcome to Digital at Digicel, the Caribbean's fastest mobile network. Digicel, better together.
Radio Cayman News. Big story of the week, Tropical Storm Ada and the cleanup to follow.
We're very fortunate that it actually moved quite quickly, so it cleared out fairly swiftly.
The storm was really surprising. Didn't expect it to be as bad as it was.
Witnessed the damages, the uprooted trees, leaves and debris littered the streets.
Our neighbors actually experienced water inside their homes.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice for today's biggest news.
From district to district, moving through the waters to Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Your station, your voice. All things Cayman. One radio, many people. This is home.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. This is the final portion of the show this morning. It's 9 minutes, 9.5 until 9 o'clock. In the studio, we have Jonathan Nunes, who is the operator and owner of Tom Foodery Kitchen and Bar. And alongside him, we have Thomas Tennant. He's the chef and owner of Tom Foodery Kitchen and Bar. What is unique about Tom Foodery?
It's hard to say, meaning you keep wanting to say tomfoolery.
I want to say tomfoolery. Yeah, but tomfoolery.
What's unique for us, I mean, working alongside Thomas and seeing how much passion he has for the food, how much passion he has for the local farmer, and keeping things grounded in the ingredients, in the way that the food is presented, and the price of the food, making sure that we are not overcharging, making sure that we keep it economic. Right now is a perfect example. People are going without work. People, they don't necessarily have the same amount of money that they could normally spend day to day. And although we were designing this restaurant before COVID happened, it speaks true to the fact that we were doing the right thing, because people need I think people need a more economic lunch. They need a more viable option. And the other side is we just it is a business. We need to make money, but we want to be a benefit to our staff. We want to provide people a stable working environment. We want to mention before, we want to be a benefit to the community through charity. We want to be a benefit to the environment as far as using invasive species like lionfish.
And iguana.
So Thomas, do you offer iguana on your menu?
Not currently, but the talks between us and the DOE are continuing to happen. And then we're going to figure out a way to call it that's safe for the consumer.
It's I understand, like the iguana population can get overhand, but coming from Louisiana, we kind of eat everything. Waste not, want not sort of way. I'm not saying that we're going to bring Nutri-Rat to the island. No, I'm not saying that at all. But we do want to use fish that are not that get in the way, that can harm the environment, that weren't supposed to be there. And one good way of doing it is eating them. As far as the fish,
it'll take me a while to get to the lionfish, but
no,
maybe one of these days.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Is it better? It tastes better than grouper, Thomas?
Ooh, it's a different texture. It's a much softer, more delicate texture than grouper.
How do you normally cook it? I mean, like sort of fried, or?
I preferred fried. I preferred fried. Simple dredge in flour or chickpea flour, and then you just fry it.
But let me ask you, recently you took part in Chef Stories.
Yes.
Childhood Memories.
Mm-hmm.
That was last weekend.
Oh, yeah. It was a lot of fun.
was it?
Yeah, well, the childhood memories were strong. These memories were not.
Well, no?
No, it was a good night.
What did you serve? What did you serve as part of your childhood stories?
Beef empanadas and alfajores. So my family, I'm first generation from Miami born, but my parents are from Argentina.
Okay.
And growing up in Miami is very strong Hispanic culture, very strong Cuban. And at the time, my parents were just giving us all the traditional things that they had in Argentina. So empanadas are just a Spanish word for pasties. So,
okay.
And then the alfajores are a small shortbread sandwich.
Say that slowly.
Alfajores.
Okay, alfajores.
Yeah.
Alfajores. What is that?
This a cookie sandwich with 2 shortbreads and dulce de leche caramel in the middle. So milk.
This is more of a dessert.
Yes.
Like tres leches,
Ooh.
sort of.
Man, I just made it tres leches. So no, it's more of a shortbread cookie. Yeah, a little bit more sturdy than a tres leches.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
Yes, and I just made a tres leches with coquito, which is a Puerto Rican / Dominican boozy drink. So,
boozy.
Well, it's not always boozy.
Boozy. I like it boozy.
Do you serve sticky toffee pudding over tomfoodery?
We do offer it a lot, very much on our catering menu. Right now we do not, but I stick with not the traditional one, the recipe that I had with Michael's Genuine when I was a chef there. A little bit different, a lot more dates and coconut than just the toffee.
Oh, we love stuff.
Catering, and it's on our holiday menu. So we're doing a large format holiday menu for those who are just working 6-7 days a week and they don't have to cook for 5-6 themselves. So you can get these holiday favorites, and one of which is sticky toffee pudding.
Before I get too involved in hearing all about the food, give us some contact details and your location again, opening hours.
So we are open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can call us 326-1601. You can. We have our website, Tomfoodery. I just blanked out. TomFooderyKitchen.com.
TomFooderyKitchen.com. Someone actually took TomFoodery.com years ago. It's
jerks.
Funny.
Really?
But you can reach us over Facebook, Instagram. We keep a pretty regular eye over those social media platforms. You can email my first name, Jonathan, at countercurrentkman.com, which is lengthy. I apologize. Probably easier just hitting us up over the telephone or Facebook. And then we're also operating delivery format through Let's Eat. So in those same times from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., you can get our food brought to your door.
And can I get some of the cocoa fire if I come to your restaurant? Do you have
Definitely.
Okay.
So you can get our hot sauces at Kirk, Foster's, Goodness, Tortuga, and all of their stores. Man, where else?
I don't know. Our store.
Bluestone, our store when it's open. You can give us a call. Bluestone carries a line of our hot sauces.
Okay. Do you offer cooking classes?
Oh, we do.
Absolutely.
Actually, a young lady just had her birthday, and one of our very talented chefs, Chef Thais, was sought after to gift her a private pastry lesson. We teach people how to make beef Wellington. Thomas does group teachings, and I believe
Bon Vivant. Usually we do group lessons, whether it's private through me or through Bon Vivant.
So if I'm having a shower of some sort, you can come and offer cooking classes to my girls.
Cocktail classes.
Nice. Yeah. Well, we only have about a minute to go. Moving forward, what can we look forward to from your Tomfoodery Kitchen and Bar?
I mean, opening.
Opening. I mean, we're doing plays on Patty Witch. We have taken the heartfelt patty and beef patty and stuffed it with cheese and an egg, and let's see some other stuff. Some plays on different food items. Thomas talked about the conch stew that we're doing.
You'll generally see a good playfulness with the food. Some lots of familiar flavors, but just a little differently, but still approachable.
And holiday catering, holiday menu pickups. We're here.
Well, I've just discovered one more place to eat.
Yes, you did.
I want to say thank you guys for popping by this morning and talking about Tomfoolery Kitchen and Bar and giving us all the lowdown. We do appreciate it. Good luck as you move forward. And hopefully you'll be able to operate under normal circumstances ASAP.
Thank you, Anita. We're going to be as creative as possible on the not normal.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Thomas. And thanks to our listeners for joining us this morning on The Business Buzz. Thanks to Susan, our producer, for putting this, the guys are saying thank you, Susan, for putting this all together for us. Tomfoolery Kitchen and Bar at the Paseo in Camana Bay.
The Business Buzz is brought to you by Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 46 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And also brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 94.